Dear viewers, wherever you are, what a beautiful day. What a wonderful moment to be here, alive. And I acknowledge the creator of heaven and earth, the one who allows us to be the partake of the day. Glory to him. And greetings to you, viewers, wherever you are. Specifically, my great friends on Facebook page. And I really believe in information because this planet we do enjoy all together as a privilege that we go from God himself. It is always a beautiful thing to acknowledge the beauty of it. And so technology is really good, and I acknowledge all the people that put in good use of technology and share knowledge, because knowledge is power, and knowledge becomes more useful when it is shared with other people. And so everybody who is trying to educate and put this beautiful wave of technology in a positive use should be acknowledged and appreciated. Thank you so much. And also those who put in bad use, they're also destroying a lot of stuff, because technology is also one of the current wave to make people feel lonely, feel rejected. Some of them actually even committing suicide, hate life because of master fakers or people who fakes life on social medias. And they come up, they show up for just show. This kind of impression, this kind of feeling that is being created through the technological language, but also affects human feelings and emotions, and that brings out psychological behaviors that really affecting billions and billions of people because of fake image on social medias. People dress up to impress people, getting pictures, getting what, and consumers are not really mature enough to understand the difference, so they think the life they see on social media are real life. So that's why I appreciate everybody who tries to share positive knowledge and enlighten people about this kind of wave. And so I want to share something that very important with all my viewers and listeners at this particular juncture. I want to share with you by imposing a question with a little bit attitude about the greatest or the hardest war in life. The hardest war in life is to try or to think that you can stop a war that you never started. First of all, we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that man himself is a product of war. Scientifically speaking, those who understand the scientific language, they will not struggle to understand the statement. Man is a product of war. That means man never started the war. Man is created in a war mechanism, number one. Number two, spiritually speaking, the Holy Scripture reveals that God himself started the war. That means he is the man to end the war. Then, if we understand that God started the war and he is the man to end the war, therefore, man cannot start the war and cannot end the war. what happens and what man should do when he becomes a face of hope in this confused universe that we are living in. And actually man created the confusion. You know, God never created the confusion, but man created the confusion. How do you deal with this kind of situation when God blesses you and you become a face of hope for many? When people think that a man can stop a war, that's logically questionable. I think it's all based on a ground of not understanding the cause of what is happening. And so what man does, how do you fix this? Still man has a responsibility, personal responsibility to deal with this kind of confusion. Man can try in a middle, because man is a remote, to drive history. But the interpretation of man can mess up history. And still history judges man in a positive way or a negative way. How do man still make an impact, a positive impact, in a set and a defined history in place? That way a man equates his time in a time of God and do the positive part for himself. It begins with what we call self-conquer. Self-conquer. How do you build self-conquer? Man can conquer himself and create peace himself. No man born of a woman can create peace for another man. No. A man can create peace for himself. A neighbor can create peace for himself. When these men create peace for themselves, peace will attract each other, and the inhabitants will feel the peace. But it begins with man himself. If man cannot conquer himself and create peace for himself, no man can do that. Remember, what man can do is to make peace for himself. Man cannot stop the war. Man never started the war, and will never end the war. But man can create a moment for himself. That's point number one to put in mind. Point number two is that when you understand that man is responsible 100% to make a peaceful life for himself, from the family to the community, to the church, to the community, to the nation, and to the global stage, begins with him. If he fails to create that, no man can help him to do that. This is a very critical thing that man should understand. But because man is a manipulator, is a master canner in diverting the philosophy of God and destroying God in man to see himself in man, he must interpret in a long way and divert every original idea into case for business. So what do you do? What do you do to deal with this kind of thinking? Don't go far. Meet you in the second episode. Drop your comment before and let's ponder this.